You just been framed for murder. A biker gang is after you. Poachers just stole your elephant. Again? Now you're out of options. You just want to drift in your car and teach Muay Thai. Let's see if Kham can stop the assassination plot and rescue his elephant again in this condensed version of Tom Yum Goong 2. The film begins with Kham being tricked by Job, who's the strange one of the local village. Kham receives an electric shock from a wire and warns Job to stop playing pranks on people. It's a prank, bro. Afterward, Kham returns home with Kon, his beloved elephant, whom he considers a part of his family. On his journey home, Kham notices unfamiliar cars parked nearby. It turns out Suchart and his associates have arrived in an attempt to acquire Kon, despite repeated refusals from Kham, who asserts that Kon is not for sale. Tensions rise when one of the henchmen threatens to use force. However, the situation is interrupted by children rushing in to inform Kham about the arrival of coconuts. Suchart then reassures his men that they are only here for business purposes. He leaves his card in case Kham reconsiders selling his elephant. Later on, Kham is loading coconuts when he witnesses the news reporting another elephant poaching, the second incident in only a few recent days. Sensing something amiss, he hurries home. We also see an enormous truck passing by in the background. Upon returning home, Kham finds Job badly beaten. Job had been looking after Kon in his absence and informs him that Kon has been taken away. Kham discovers Suchart's card at the scene. At Suchart's mansion, Kham arrives seeking information about the whereabouts of his elephant. He incapacitates the guards and makes his way to Suchart's room, only to find that he's already been murdered. Suchart's nieces arrive, Ping Ping and Susu. They mistake Kham for their uncle's murderer and attack him. Kham easily evades their assaults, not wanting a fight. As the police arrive, Kham escapes from the mansion. Sergeant Mark apprehends him but recognizes Kham and decides to let him go. He fires off a shot and pretends to have been beaten up. The next morning, Kham meets up with Sergeant Mark secretly at a hideout. Mark asks why Kham was at Suchart's house. Kham explains that he's searching for Kon, but Mark sarcastically remarks, "You lost your elephant again." Their meeting is abruptly interrupted as the two nieces burst in and initiate a skirmish. Soon, bikers join the fray, escalating the brawl. Kham retreats to the rooftop to separate the attackers. Employing his agility, he tricks one biker into launching off a shed while he counters with a devastating elbow strike. Evading more bikers charging at him, he moves with Matrix-like agility. Cornered briefly by a double biker assault, Kham narrowly slips in between them, escaping danger. Seeking higher ground for an advantage, he swiftly dispatches several more bikers. Catching one off guard, he's able to execute a flying kick that knocks him down. Additional bikers arrive, prompting Kham to navigate through a maze of clotheslines loaded with laundry. Using his wits, he outsmarts the bikers and surprises them from behind, incapacitating them. He cleverly lures some bikers into the path of a passing train and narrowly evades the remaining pursuers with a daring wall ride. Thinking he has evaded them, Kham seizes a biker's motorcycle, only to find the rest of the gang there waiting at the base of the building. In the intense chase scene, Kham clings to a drifting car as the driver swerves and crashes into obstacles in an attempt to shake him off. But Kham maintains his grip. Eventually, he leaps off when another car crashes into the drifting car after crashing through an oil tanker, allowing him to steal another bike to make his getaway. Later on, Kham receives a text from Mark to rendezvous at the boat dock. Upon arrival, Kham tries calling Mark, but gets no answer. It was a setup! Mark has been captured, and the villains use his phone to lure Kham to the location. Shortly after, Ping and Sue arrive. They have captured one of the bikers from earlier and extracted the meeting location from him. Ping pursues Kham while Sue confronts the other henchmen. Meanwhile, number 2 records the unfolding events. Kham defends himself, but the skirmish is interrupted by the arrival of more henchmen. He dashes towards the factory district, navigating obstacles like a game of Frogger. Ping catches up and engages in combat, causing Kham to reconsider and flee. Meanwhile, Sue reunites with her sister during the madness. They join forces to confront Kham, still believing he murdered their uncle. Despite Kham's attempt to reason with them, they persist in their violence. Number 2 arrives, and Sue attempts to use a taser him, but it fails comically. Number 2 swiftly incapacitates 2 with 3 destructive punches. Enraged, Ping goes in for revenge, but her efforts prove futile. Kham intervenes with a knee strike, so Ping doesn't meet the same fate as her sister. It only momentarily staggers number 2. However, even Kham's subsequent blows seem to have no effect on him. Ping attempts to assist again, but is forcefully shoved aside for interfering. Kham launches another offensive, but is overpowered and takes a beating. Number 2 delivers a powerful 1-2 combo to Kham's body before allowing him to stagger back up. Since he can handle more, Number 2 delivers a powerful punch, knocking him out. Noticing something, he checks the back of Kham's neck. He discovers there's a needle placed there by Sue, mimicking the technique of Haku used on Zabuza to feign his death. This revelation tarnishes Number 2's belief that he cleanly won the fight. In a flashback before Kham's father passed away, he entrusted him with the responsibility to take care of Khon as he was one of his own little brother. Khon represents the last lineage of elephants that once guarded the king of Thailand. Moved by his father's request, Kham solemnly agrees to cherish and protect Khon as a precious member of their family. He awakens, tied to a chair with an unknown object strapped to his back. LC, the arms dealer and leader of the henchmen pursuing him, reveals himself. LC runs an underground fight club and urges Kham to join, dismissing his current lifestyle of coconut farming in a village as a waste of time. Kham attempts to free himself, which LC interprets as a refusal to join him. To persuade him, LC brings out Job from Kham's village. Remember the guy that pranked him in the beginning of the movie? He gives him an ultimatum. Agree with 3 seconds or Job will be eliminated. Before Kham can even react, LC executes Job, leaving Kham in shock. His last chance to join, LC reveals Kham. Kham gets all upset, telling LC to let him go. LC presses a button, but says it's not working, and tells him to get up. Like Jigsaw in the first Saw movie, Job rises from the dead. It was all a work. Job has been secretly working for LC and spying on Kham from the village. He presses the button to shock Kham. LC seizes a branding iron and marks Kham with the number 1, establishing him as the fighter to beat in front of the watching crowd of other fighters. Amidst the onlookers, one fighter appears to be recording the entire incident on video. Is he an undercover cop? Later that night, Kham is tasked with assassinating a political leader under threat of harm to his elephant if he refuses. He proceeds to the building, dispatching several guards along the path. With precise skill, he incapacitates one guard with a powerful knee strike. Kham finally reaches the political leader's room and asserts control by holding him hostage at knife point. Cornered on the roof with a knife to the leader's neck, Kham finds himself surrounded by the SWAT team with no escape route. Sergeant Mark arrives and urges him to reconsider, advising him to drop the knife. Feeling trapped, Kham decides to make a bold move. He slices the leader's neck, causing madness. He then leaps off the roof to evade capture. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that Kham mercilessly cut off the leader's tie, leaving Sergeant Mark bewildered by the deception. Kham seemingly meets his end by jumping off the tall building. Oh wait, nope, he's not dead. He landed in a swimming pool. The SWAT team rushes down, finding one of LC's henchmen, but not Kham, prompting them to depart in haste. Sergeant Mark remains behind, waiting until the coast is clear. He invites Kham to emerge, assuring him that the team is gone. Kham reveals himself and explains his predicament with the electric suit trapped to him. Mark assists in removing the suit and agrees to aid Kham in retrieving his elephant. Back in Phuket, Thailand, 2 leaders assemble to sign a peace treaty. LC plots to assassinate them both, instigating a war to boost weapon sales. Kham and Ping infiltrate the location, collaborating to eliminate their mutual foes. As they neutralize more henchmen, Number 2 arrives, complicating matters. Ping hurls needles at him, but he effortlessly evades them. Meanwhile, Kham contends with henchmen who scale the walls on the lower level, overwhelming him. In a critical moment, Ping manages to land a needle on Number 2's arm, but it has no effect. Simultaneously, she accidentally topples barrels filled with gasoline. Too late, Number 2 realizes the danger as Ping ignites the gasoline, creating a barrier of flames that he cannot cross. Underneath them, the walls around Kham are in a blazing fire, like a Kane vs Undertaker Inferno match. He uses the fire to his advantage. He lights up his shoes to kick the henchman in the head. Me, when I see fire, I'm running. Kham, when he sees fire, he burns his own shoes. He's built different. They hard. Taking out multiple enemies with his feats of flame. Mimicking him, the enemies decide to jump in the fire to light up their shoes as well. Am I the only one who gets burned in fire? Do they not see this fire? Not only did they do it once, they do it multiple times after. After dealing with the henchman, Khan is now being presented as a peace offering between the nations. Suddenly, number 2 discovers Kham and launches a surprise attack, delivering rapid Wing Chun punches in the style of Ip Man. Drawing on his training, Kham takes control of the fight, landing numerous strikes on number 2. He identifies his vulnerabilities and exploits them, delivering decisive knee strikes that send him crashing through the window. Kham lands in a lower level train station where more henchmen lie in wait. He dispatches them swiftly but is caught off guard by one. As he fights back, number 2 reappears, continuing the confrontation. They both engage in combat with their feet dipped in water, creating a highly volatile environment. Kham attempts a kick, inadvertently causing spark, while number 2 retaliates and lands a spark on Kham's face. Despite getting his foot stuck on the track, Kham defends himself with elbow strikes to the chest and head. Number 2 aims for a fatal strike, but Kham counters with an elbow to intercept the blow. He delivers a critical knee strike, setting up his top rope Macho Man elbow drop to finish him off for good. Oh yeah! LC, frustrated with Kham's interference, confronts him and reveals a shocking plan. He has turned Khan into a living bomb. Jom had devised a special explosive placed inside Khan's tusk, waiting for the right moment to detonate it. In a fit of rage, Kham attacks LC, but is swiftly knocked down. They grapple fiercely, during which LC discloses that he is number 0. LC retaliates with a barrage of punches and knees, sending Kham crashing through a wall, and then another. They continue their struggle, crashing through a window in process. LC is knocked unconscious, giving Kham a moment to recover and urgently call Mark to inform him about the bomb planted on Khan. Mark tells everyone to get away because there's a bomb in the vicinity, causing everyone to scatter. Kham and Mark reunites with Khan, telling him to calm down and that everything will be okay. LC recovers from his fall and finds them. Mark goes to handle him, but gets clotheslined from hell, taking him out. Kham is forced to hold onto the tusk because if they separate, then the bomb goes off. LC beats up Kham like a wooden training dummy. Ping comes out of nowhere to help, but gets caught in a Cesaro swing, tossed onto number 2. He didn't die? Man, nobody kicks out of the Macho Man elbow. Now, they both take turns beating up Kham. Ping and Mark stand no chance against the two, but Ping finally lands a needle on number 2's chest. She kicks it in and lands a top rope coup de grace, causing him to land in between 2 rocks. LC grabs a board and strikes Kham over the head, finally causing him to collapse. As LC attempts to extract the bomb from Kham's tusk, he is suddenly lifted into the air by an explosion. The blast sends the elephant and Kham hurling off the ledge to their deaths. The film ends with, oh wait, of course they didn't die. They fell into the water and lived. You'll be okay if you fell off a ledge, and if you land on water, you'll be okay. Duh, science.